So this is how you get that calf kick that everybody's into. Surprise, dude, this has been around for how long? If we all remember, dude, you know, back in the days when we used to practice, like if somebody threw, like if Colton threw the right hand at me, that's, if Colton threw the right hand with me, here, back up over here, and I would duck, remember we used to do this shit, we would duck the head and you would duck and kick like that.
That's what Mike did to me and tripped me all the time.
Yeah, so people are doing that now. We used to do that counter for the right hand. Dave came up with this shit like in 08, like motherfuckers is getting on it now. So this is the same kick, you just aim it slightly lower. So what you're kicking at is the back here of his calf, like this high up back part of this calf. And so what you have to do is when you're gonna make the kick, if I'm standing here, if you can see my front foot when I go to kick it, I turn this front foot, you see like that. And so instead of when I jump, you have to, when you throw this kick, you have to jump. So you're diving into it, right? So instead of like cutting a 45-degree angle to step into my kick, I start out, I cock my foot this way. Colton, can you stand there?
Yep.
I cock my foot that way. You have to duck, you have to get low when you do it, and you slice down there, right? So all is turning that foot. So a couple different ways that you can use this kick that they use it is like if somebody's backed you up and you go to counter, right? Like you can counter like you would usually counter off like off this right foot for a punch. You counter, you turn this foot and you go forward, jump forward and slice into the kick. You can use it, you can fake it, like you throw the inside kick. You throw an inside kick, and then the next time you throw the inside kick, they kind of check a little bit, and then you throw it here to the outside, because what they'll do is if they, to block the inside kick, they turn like that, exposing that, you kick it, so it can be there, and then outside. You can use it, here, stand up. You can use it on, you jab to get to the outside. What you would usually do to get to the outside, if you would jab here, you get your foot outside of their lead foot. You turn here, sometimes they'll use that to work to the body. So what you do is you use that jab, but instead of turning, instead of pulling that foot across here, what you do is you turn your foot, slice that way, and then kick back. Boom. It's just a bunch of different ways of turning this foot and getting it and then kicking and coming inside. The only time I use this kick, the only time it really works, and which is the only time I think it's decent is kicking at the, stand with your foot out and your arms off, is getting here, jab, hook, kick right there on the calf. That shit will work all the time. It's gay and it does nothing, but you can do it. You can do it. It's the only one that's good. It's the only setup that's good is you can get to that outside and kick, because all this other stuff that people do when they kick the right foot, I have no understanding on why it works on people, but to kick this right foot, you're either turning here and kicking to the outside, which is crazy because there should be no reason that you're standing there. You should turn around and stand back up. If we're sitting here and I just make like a kick at your foot, like from here, I don't understand how that works. So people have to be so bad to get kicked in that front foot that they're allowing people to get outside here so they can make a swooping kick on their front foot. I have no idea where you're a professional fighter if you're letting somebody do that. The only time that this calf kick should work is when you're going to the rear leg and you're getting him over here, because he can't pivot the proper way. Like if he goes to pivot, I can still kick at it, right? Like, cause he'll turn into me. Like if you do it on the outside thing, it's mind-boggling why it works. I've never been hit with one like that way. I don't know. Unless they're just doing it after combos and punching, or you get people that are, I don't know, stepping back too far or something. It doesn't make sense to me why it works. Leading off of it, I guess like the only way is if you're flurrying or something and you throw some some kick, but at that time, I don't know. It's weird. So I think it's just the jab and the hook. Yeah, but it's the same step kick we used to use in back in like 2008.